YouTube, what's going on? What's y'all doing out there? How y'all doing out there? Hope y'all doing all right. Hope y'all feeling good. Just want to jump on here real quick and just to get something off my chest. Don't want to make the video too long, but I was just walking to the bank the other day, and if you follow me on Instagram, you already know the story. But I get to the bank and there's a long ass line, at least like 10 people in line, but they're only using 2 ATMs. And usually there's like 2 sets of ATMs at banks. And I know this Bank of America had an extra one because I've been there before. You know, we go to the bank every month, you know, that rent, whenever that rent's due. So I look and there's the third one. Nobody's using it. It's empty, you know, and no signs on it as far as I can tell. So I asked somebody in line, I said, hey, is there any reason why you guys are not using the third one? Is there something wrong with the third machine? He's like, I don't know. I'm just in line. So I walk up to the ATM. There's no sign. It's still on. The only sign that they had was just a little message for the COVID-19. I don't even know why I say COVID, but the COVID-19 thing with, you know, employees and customers wearing masks, so whatever. I tapped the machine, put my card in. I'll just wait for this thing to pass by. But obviously I tapped the machine. I use the machine, I get my money out, everything's cool and dandy. And you got people standing in line waiting for 2 ATMs when they could have had, there's probably wouldn't have been a line had they known about the third ATM, or had somebody just said, hey, use that one. Because I know, like, you can see if you're walking up, because there was a line, everybody's 6 feet apart or whatever, right outside the bank, there's a line towards the ATMs. On the side, there's a third one. There's 2 right here, and there's a third one. You have to pass the third one to get to the main 2. And nobody thought to say, hey, or nobody thought to use the third one instead and have somebody in the back, you know, go to the original 2. And that's why I'm making this video today. It just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it makes sense to me. It makes sense. It's just sad to see. It's just disappointing to see. And I just want to encourage you guys and urge you guys to stop being sheep, man. Stop being sheep. Start thinking, start opening your eyes, start questioning things. Start questioning things, guys. Start questioning things. Start being proactive. Start being, just be in charge and take control of your life, guys. Take control of your life. It's just, it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be this way. So I just need y'all to wake up. You know what I mean? Wake up. You know, because this is just small. This is just on a small scale. Like, this is just local people, like, you know, law-abiding citizens that do what they're told. And what, you know what I'm saying? So we can't even discern of being more aware that we can save time with ATM and lines and stuff. How are we going to get to the next level? That's my whole thing. How are we going to get to the next level? We'll never get to the next level because we're all brainwashed and we're all sheep. And that goes for me too. I'm not saying y'all are sheep and I'm not. I'm a sheep too. I'm not going to lie to you. So this is not a video of me saying, ha, you're a sheep and you don't know that you are a sheep. No, we are all sheep. We are all sheep, but you have to realize that you can be something different than a sheep. You can turn into a shepherd. You can turn into something else because you're not a sheep. If you don't stay there, you have the power to transform into something else. But you have to realize that you are one first. It's okay I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying I'm not one. I know I am. But do you know that you are a sheep? And I'm just an aware sheep. I'm aware. And as long as you know that you're aware, you're ready to go to the next level. So, what is those next levels? There's like a couple ways you can transform. There's a couple ways you can move. There's a couple ways you can change yourself from a sheep to a shepherd, or whatever you want to call it. Something that leads something else. Something that leads a herd or a flock of things. Human beings, maybe spiritual spirits. You know, everybody's different. I'm not going to push my opinion on you. Whatever you want to do or whatever you need to do, you need to do that for yourself. So I'm not going to say you need to be, lead whatever you want to lead. But I guess today's is a hot day for some people to be in trouble. I don't know. Seems like the Rona is on the killing spree. But anyway, there's a couple ways you can do that in order to, transform it from a sheep to something else. So first thing you can do is start a business, employ people. Whether they be black owned or not, we don't really have to do the color thing right now. It's not really a time for that. We are talking about social injustices for everybody, so it doesn't have to be a specific group of color people or a specific group of people. Just start a business and employ somebody. That's one way that you can start to be a shepherd, being a shepherd and leading your sheep that you want to change into shepherds, or that you want to, influence them to be something more, something different. And that's the second kind of title that you would want to adopt if you wanted to lead sheep as well. Be an influencer, be an activist. So what that is obviously you already seen the protests and all these organizations that are saying Black Lives Matter and that they support blacks and stuff like that. You work for somebody else, but you are your own kind of entity. You are your own person. You have your own people. You find your own tribe. You know what I mean? So you fight for your own organization. You fight for an idea. You fight for a cause. So you fighting for that, you putting yourself out there, you being the first one to step up, you are a leader. So you lead other people to not necessarily think like you, but just support you and support the idea, support the structure, support the cause. Be an influencer. Be an activist. I think that's the easiest way to get out of being a sheep, get out of the sheep mind frame, guys. I think that is the easiest way, in my opinion. Another way you can do it is being a creative influencer. I want to give you a great example, the best example, I believe, in our time right now, other than people who are doing stuff in the shadows, because you can do stuff behind the scenes. You don't have to put yourself out there. You don't have to, you're really not supposed to, flaunt or show off that you're giving to, organization, that you're giving to the community. You don't have to show that what you do. You can stay in the shadows. You can support from within. You can support by not being so open. It's okay. I know a lot of artists do that. I know they do. You just don't hear about them. So you can go that route, but I just wanted to give you a creative influencer like Jaden Smith. If you don't, I know you know who that is, but if you don't know about his cause and his things that he's been doing ever since 2014, since Michigan and Flint, go out and check him out. He's been making filters for the people of Flint, and he gave the people of Flint clean water ever since 2014 when that happened. And now, since last year or the year before, I can't remember exactly the year, but he's started a homeless kind of deal, meals for the homeless. So the homeless get free meals, and they're all vegan. It's all vegan meals for the homeless for free. So I don't know if that's seasonal or if I don't know if that's every day, but I mean, look at this guy. He just turned 21. You know what I'm saying? That's a creative influence. That's somebody who's using their platform to do what's right, to do something more, to do something great. And I won't hit on Cap. I'm not going to touch on Cap because that's a different cause, but he's also a good example as well. Fighting for something that you know is right. Fighting for something that you know needs to change. Fighting for change. That's all it is, guys. So, let's be like these people. Why not? Why can't we can do the same things? We can do the same things. We just have to get out of the sheep mind frame. Once you get out of the sheep mind frame, all the floodgates are open. Don't be scared to be like, but I don't want to put myself out there, or I don't know what I'm gonna do, or it's easier. Life is easier if you just follow. And you are absolutely right. But what does that mean for you as a person? Deep inside, you know that you want something more from life. You know that you want to change. You know that you don't want to keep living day to day, going to 9 to 5, working the same job every day. You know you want to do something different. So I'm just trying to tell you should start. Start thinking different. Start thinking different. That's all I'm saying. That's to take that first step toward your goals, your dreams, your passions. Just start thinking different, that you're not a sheep, that you're not, this systemic kind of thinking. You're not in this, you are in the system, but you're not of the system. That's been going on. And you need to realize that there's a system in place that we are all following. And once you realize that, you can start to make plans and implement little details that you can do every day to get yourself out of the system and use the system to your advantage. Because obviously you can't print money. We're not the Federal Reserve. We can't print money. I can't print money. There's nobody that can print money except the Federal Reserve. Until there's another entity that can combat that or can compete with that, once the World War III ends, after somebody contests with them or competes with them, tries to compete with them, then you can create your own currency, and maybe you can start like something like Bitcoin and all that virtual stuff. But that's another topic. But I'm just saying, we are not those people that create laws and stuff like that. Okay, but we have to realize that we can use what we have to our advantage, because we can't beat the system, but you can use the system. You can use it to your advantage. So just want to give you guys that little tidbit. And lastly, I will say an ending that there's one last thing that you can do to get out of the sheep mentality, and that's to actually procreate and have kids. But that is the hardest thing, in my opinion, that somebody can do in order to stop being a sheep. Because you have to realize you're putting your ideals and your opinions, and you're pushing them on your kids. You're teaching your kids, even involuntarily, subconsciously and unintentionally, you are teaching your kids your ways. Okay? So if you have kids, you guys, you parents out there, you guys should be the main ones that have to make it a priority to get out of the sheep mentality, because you're only going to make your kids the same way that you are. I don't think it's coming this way. So yes, that's another way that you can be a shepherd. You can lead people, is to have kids. Make your own tribe, make your own group, create your own community. You can have more than 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. I mean, people do it all the time, especially islanders. But I'm just saying, if you're going to go that route, you better be a shepherd. Straight up. You better be a shepherd. So I don't know if anybody's watching to this I don't know if anybody's still watching me right now because I know it's kind of long, but I didn't mean to make it this long. But if you're gonna have kids, you better be a shepherd. You better be a shepherd. You better make it your life's goal to be a shepherd, and make. I don't even know how to. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say no more. I'm just saying because that's what it's gonna be like when I'm a parent. But I don't want to make this video I don't want to make this video any longer than it is. I just appreciate you guys watching me. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video. All right, one take.